Single moms are the only person in the dating pool that actually did forget to reply to your text because they were busy. No matter how interested she is in you, she's trying to get 1,000 things done and be in 1,000 places at once. Number 2, you will never be number 1 in her eyes. Her kids are always going to come first.
She's single because every time she focuses on somebody, they show her why she's better off alone.
No, she's single because she's a single mom, that's why.
Seriously, I don't need anything from a man. Let me show you what you're missing.
Mommy, Mom.
See you soon, baboon.
Dating in your 30s is so weird because it's always, what do you do for fun? I don't know. I really don't. I work. I take care of my kids. I go home. I mean, I don't know. What is fun?
Even men with kids, like I'll ask them, I'll be like, do you want more kids? Because I'm sorry, that's a huge thing. Like if I'm dating you, like I at least need you to be open to having one more.
So fun fact about me is that I don't like dating men with kids. And they be like, oh my God, Sabrina, how dare you say that you have to crush you? Be that as it may.
So she's a single mother, but she doesn't want to date men with kids, okay?
It'd be the fact that like I'll be on the phone with them and they'll feel my crash food in the box, just, being the children that they are. And then somebody will be like, that's how my little boy, that's how my little girl is. I don't give a I'm not your baby mama. No, absolutely not. Because no.
But they want you to care about their children. That's the funny part, guys.
Didn't want to have to do this, but here we are. If you're a man and you're single and you're interested or currently dating a single mom, I'm gonna need you to have a seat. I'm gonna need you to sit it on down, open up those big old ears of yours, because we got a lot to chat about. See, here's the thing. My For You page has been flooded recently with all of these men talking about how amazing it is dating single moms. And I'm like, I get that.
Dating, we all know what that means, guys. They're just smashing single mothers. They're not marrying them.
Single mom, we probably got a little something that maybe some of these other broads ain't got. Cool, I get you on that. I'm not gonna go in the details, but I hear you. Here's the problem. You picked the wrong crowd. Sir, what I've come to find is that all you're looking for is a pen pal. If you're looking for a pen pal, my dude, a single mama ain't gonna be the one.
No, men aren't wasting their time with pen pals. They want to get in your bed. They want to smash, that's all.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom.
I mean, honestly, it would be in your best interest to go and find some little heifer in her early 20s. She's gonna have way more time than a single mom. But see, there's like this misconception, right? This misconception that single moms are lonely. Like, we're okay with just chatting it out. Let me tell you, your girl ain't lonely. I'm far from lonely. I'm with my children 24/7. I would do anything to be lonely at this point and to not have something attached to my at all times. Unless you find yourself in a position where you are 1000% ready to drive my minivan and haul in groceries with me, I ain't interested. I don't want to text you anymore. If you think you're going to get away with just having a little pen pal so that you don't feel lonely, you picked the wrong crowd.
I am so happy that you asked this question. So does having 2 kids throw men off? That was my biggest fear whenever I went back out into the dating world, because I was with somebody for 17 years. So we were married, we had 2 kids together. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be tough finding someone that is okay with not 1, but 2 kids. And no, I have not had any issue at all with anyone that I've talked to, dated. Like, they are completely okay with me having 2 kids.
Yes, but she's still single. That's what she doesn't understand. Those men didn't stay around. They just smashed or tried to smash, and then they went on to the next single mother.
So I would love to hear, though, from other single moms, like, is this an issue for you whenever you're out and dating? And I want to hear from the guys, too. Like, if you're out dating and you find out that the woman has 1 or multiple kids, like, is that an absolute no for you? Dating in your 30s. So I'm 37 and I have questions. I want to know if what I'm experiencing is what you're also experiencing. So when I date younger, 27, 28-year-olds, I feel like they're mature, but they're ready to get married right away and they're ready to have babies. 30-year-olds are 1000% messy. They're going through a midlife crisis. They're heartbroken. They are emotionally unavailable. And then 40 and up, so 43, 44-year-olds, I feel like they're not really established like they should be in life, and they have no idea what they want. So are you experiencing the same thing?
It's so funny when I hear women talk like this. Yeah, 27, 28-year-olds, they just want to get married. No, because if they wanted to get married, you'd be married right now. Why are you still single? Why are you still looking? If you have so many men to choose from, why are you still single?
Like, let me know. I want to know if I'm alone or not.
Let's talk dating as a single mom. When I first started dating, it was really unexpected. Like, I obviously wasn't like looking for anything, and it didn't turn into anything. It happened out of nowhere. So I was like, okay, have fun. This is fun. I'm not gonna play games. I'm a mother. I don't have time for this. I don't need to play hard to get because I just am hard to get because I'm busy. I'm a mom. Like, I don't have time to just...
Ma'am, you're still single. You're not hard to get. Nobody wants you.
Be available. So I decide I'm just gonna not worry about texting back too fast, or I don't know, you know, all the little things that you do to like seem interesting. But I guess I just really learned, just be yourself.
Not interesting. Interested.
Is not enough. I'm not trying to say that you need to be toxic, because obviously not. Like, I'm very much against that for many reasons, but like that just wasn't fun for me. I would have had a lot more fun if I played a little bit, and it's literally not selfish because the other party would have enjoyed that more too. The psychology.
So much makeup. And they do this every day. It's so much makeup. Why? It changes your face. You don't even look like you did before. Why?
Psychology of dating is real. I guess I learned that men are just men, and they will always be men. So if you are any single woman, or if you're a single mother and you believe that people won't want you because you're a single mother, then maybe that will be your experience. But I decided to look at it like, now that I'm a mother, it's giving mature, it's giving classy, it's giving grown woman, and the only people that can date
It's giving desperate. That's the only thing it's giving.
me are grown men, real men. I can't say that was quite the vibes of the dates I've been on, but in a way, yes. I have so much tea. Anyway, the moral of my story here is know your worth, create boundaries, know what you will and will not accept. And whether you are a mom or not, that's when dating is gonna be the best for you.
Here are the outcomes summed up in 3 scenarios that happen with me dating single moms, okay? 1, I make this woman happy. The best 3 months she's ever had. She's having a good time. Then all of a sudden I get the call, says, you know what, for the sake of my daughter, I'm going to go back to her dad because he called and he wants to give it another shot. That fucker would always see them happy and having a great time, and I guess there was danger in their eyes, like she's never going to come back, so he came back into the picture.
Yeah, that's what some guys do when they feel threatened. Yeah, I've seen it.
Happened 4 times. Second, they had their lives together. They didn't need a man. You were just a companion, and they weren't looking for a serious relationship or any relationship until the kids moved out. You were just a friends with benefits. That's all you were. And lastly, kids. You know how many kids had us break up because they hated their mom dating? And how many times I got the call, yeah,
and they hate you because you're not their father, and they think you're trying to replace their father.
She doesn't agree with me dating right now, so I'm just going to focus on her. So dating a single mom is not all that's cracked up to be. There are exceptions, of course, but those are the outcomes of my situations. So who's wasting whose time?
To all my single mamas, let me just tell you, if you're dating, obviously at some point in time, you're gonna find a partner. Let me just tell you something that I was not fucking ready for and kind of still crying, throwing up about it. Let me just say, my man absolutely adores my daughter. My daughter loves him with her entire little being, right? And let me just say, I am grateful, I am blessed, I am all the things for the relationship that they have, and that he is the father figure that he is to her. How fucking ever. I've never had to really share her, right? Like, I've had her majority of the time for her entire life. So obviously...
Yes, this is another problem that can arise. If that kid really gets attached to you and he likes you, maybe the mom is not ready to share the kid with you. Because maybe the kid gives you now more attention than he gives her. And it will lead to conflict. I've seen that also.
Obviously her favorite person, me. Her bestie, me. And vice versa, right? Like, there's never been a competition, right? Not that there's a competition, but if there was one, I'd be winning at all times, right? I'm her mother. I gave her life. She came out of my cooter, correct?
Just the way that she talks, she's a mother and she's talking to her child. I don't know how old she is. My bestie, my this, my that, and she's swearing. What kind of guy would want to be with a woman like this? I don't get it. How much of a sim can you be? How much of a sim can you be? I swear I don't understand men like that. I swear.
But now she has the audacity.
Because I don't care if you're talking like that in private. Nobody cares. Do it. If your kid is not around, swear, do whatever. But you're doing it while you're recording yourself for millions and millions of people to see. Forever, your videos will be saved by somebody and will be on the internet forever, even if you delete them. Why? Why show that you're from the hood, that you talk like... I don't get it.
To be like, no, I don't want you to get me ready for bed. I want Daddy Diego. And that's what she calls him. His name's Diego, so she's like, Daddy Diego.
Let's talk about boundaries. More specifically, boundaries I set while dating as a single mom. Number 1, 6-month rule. You will not meet, see, speak to my daughter unless we have been dating for minimum 6 months. I'm going to be really honest with you. When I first became a single mom, I did make the mistake of allowing people to enter my daughter's life prematurely because I didn't know. Nobody really talks about what the golden rule should be about the time frame it should take for someone to meet.
And if nobody tells you, you can't just think about it and just think that it's common sense to do that, to protect your daughter from strangers. No, you have to be told by somebody. But they're mothers.
Your kid. So this is something I had to find out myself. I had dated people, like I said, who met my daughter prematurely, and I don't think it had any negative effect on her per se because she was so young, but I feel like it had a negative effect on me. I felt like I got emotionally attached because of the emotional connection that them and my kid had at the time, and that's not something I'm willing to sacrifice any longer. Number 2, my days with my daughter are my days with my daughter, period. I have a very...
So she will always come first in her life. Why would you subject yourself to that? Why? There are no benefits in dating a single mother.
Very good and cordial relationship with my daughter's dad. We communicate very well.
Okay, and the actual father is in the picture. You'll have to deal with him. Maybe you're at her place and the father comes along. Why would you want to be in the same house and to be in the same room with her ex? Why? I couldn't even imagine that.
And we speak to each other and we set good grounds about when it is that we both have our kid. And neither of us are really willing to change that. When I have my kid, I have my kid. I do not want you to plan dates around us hanging out if you already know that I won't have my daughter. I'm not willing to rearrange for your sake.
Hey guys, I know I don't get on here enough and give you some content. I'm going to try and do better. I do have a question that I can't wait to hear y'all's feedback on.
Okay.
How do you know if you're on a date? If the word date never comes up in the conversation, even though you're invited to go do something, is it not a date?
Yes, it's a date. Why would a man want to spend his time with you if he's not on a date? I don't get it. You have to be stupid.
Or is it just assumed it's a date?
It's assumed it's a date. Of course. Are you kids? Do you have to specify, so this is a date? If a guy invites you somewhere, it's a date. It's assumed you're a grown-up. You don't have to be explained everything like a child.
If you're meeting someone for the first time and they invite you to a group setting where y'all are going to do something, but you don't know anyone there. Is that a date?
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like we've lost the romance of dating. You know, dates used to have like 3 parts to it: pickup, dinner or lunch, and then an activity afterwards.
Yes, but maybe he just wants to smash.
A real activity like bowling or going to a movie and watching it in the theater. You know, not the Netflix and chill activity. Okay, that's not what I was referring to. But I digress. Anyhow, I really want to know your opinion. Like, how do you know these days if you're on a date?
Here's a pet peeve of mine when it comes to dating.
Ma'am, you're a single mother. You can't afford to have dating pet peeves. You're not a kid anymore.
And I just started dating, like, again, 2 months ago. After being close to 6 years single.
Even the faces that she makes, how she rolls her eyes, she's acting like a child.
Literally single, not talking to anybody. If I'm sending you messages because I'm finding the time as a single mom to reach out to you and say, hey, how are you? How was your day? Thought of you, blah, blah, blah. Why do you think it's okay for you to respond back with TY?
Because he doesn't care about you, because he just wants to smash. And he doesn't want to put in any effort to talk to you, because maybe he's talking to 5 other women. Why is it so hard for women to understand? Not everything has to be extra complicated. Some things are very simple.
Where in what I said of how my day went and how was your day, do you think TY was an adequate response? I mean, I know what it stands. It means thank you. But why? Like, why?
Because maybe he saw how immature you are and he thought to respond the same way.
I don't understand. It makes me want to just go back into my little hole and go back to being single again, not talking to anybody. Because if that's the type of communication that I'm going to have to deal with, I'd rather just talk to my kids. And I would get much more out of them.
Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.